Clan Steel Viper. The Arcadian Steel Viper is one of the deadliest creatures in clan space. Its namesake clan has done everything within its power to mimic the lethality of its totem beast. Introverted, almost to the point of complete isolationism, the Vipers believe that they alone know Kerensky's true vision, the creation of a new Star League through cooperation. History. The early years of Clan Steel Viper were troubled. Though the clan performed well in the liberation of the Pentagon world, the descent into madness of Khan Eli Kinnison and her attempt to assassinate Nicholas Kerensky's wife led to a long period of instability, which was finally resolved with the ascension of Khan Sanra Mercer in 2860. Claiming to know of meetings between Ilkhan Nicholas and Viper Khan Stephen Breen shortly after Operation Klondike, Mercer won control of the clan and instigated sweeping change. Her most significant action was to isolate the Vipers from the other clans, calling the others a divisive influence. Already sharply focused on martial prowess, the clan's warriors set about improving themselves even further in order to fulfill Khan Mercer's vision, that the Vipers would one day lead all the clans back to the inner sphere. Despite this goal, the Vipers were never staunch supporters of the Crusader cause. Instead, neither Warden nor Crusader, they went their own way. This position, combined with their self-serving and seemingly erratic voting in the Grand Council, earned the Vipers the enmity of the Jade Falcons. Though the Vipers secured a place in the Inner Sphere and its invasion force, they were initially unhappy about being relegated to reserve status. How could they fulfill their grand ambition to lead if they could not fight? When the death of Ilkhan's showers forced the invading clans to return to Sanra Mercer, Viper Khans Breen and Zalman petitioned the new Ilkhan to make the Vipers a full partner in the invasion. Ilkhan Ulrich Kerensky agreed, but forced them to work alongside the hated Jade Falcons. On Tukkayid, the Vipers were forced to withdraw just short of their objectives. However, the withdrawal enabled them to preserve much of their force and take the fewest casualties of any clan involved in the battle. Their relative strength left them in a good position to exploit the enforced truce, most notably in seizing 9 worlds from the Jade Falcons in the Falcon Viper occupation zone. Internal disputes, however, kept them from similarly exploiting Falcon weakness in the aftermath of the Refusal War. Society. Since the days of Sanra Mercer, Viper society has been tightly controlled. While other clans allow limited mingling between the members of their civilian castes and those of other clans, Viper society prohibits such fraternization. Aside from a few common-sense exceptions, such as the merchant caste, who must by definition deal with outsiders, all such meetings are closely monitored, and unnecessary contacts punished with death. The Viper's ultra-strenuous warrior training program results in an above-average level of dropout and a proportionately higher number of Trueborn personnel in their civilian castes. With a success rate of only 2%, little stigma is attached to failure. Failed Trueborn warriors often serve as rulers of their new castes, forming a bridge between the warriors and freeborn civilians. This practice strengthens ties within the clan, enhancing the idea that everyone is part in a complex machine working together for the clan's overall good. The Insular Vipers generally have trouble accepting strangers, but those taken as bondsmen are welcomed as foundlings who have come home to Kerensky's true vision. The Vipers believe that, once taken into the clan, outsiders can be shown the error of their ways and their superiority of the Viper view. This works well with other clansmen who were culturally conditioned to accept such transfer of allegiance, but was less effective in the Inner Sphere occupation zone. The Vipers' increasingly tense relationship with their spheroid citizens led to paramilitary police cracking down on frequent unrest. The Vipers' drift toward harder-line policies prompted a split within the warrior caste, many feeling that the Khans had moved away from Sanra Mercer's teachings, and without the vision of Kerensky to guide them, they fear the clan will founder. Ostensibly a defeat for the clan, a few wardens have cited the Vipers' ejection from the Inner Sphere as a victory for the clans as a whole. It's a strange assertion, originating from Perigard Zalman's defeat at the hands of a freeborn warrior on Waldorf. Though angry that his clan was defeated, Zalman is pragmatic about his personal loss. Reports suggest that he acknowledges that his staunch anti-freeborn stance weakened his clan, and in further support of this theory, the Viper Khan has ordered the training facilities on Arcadia and New Kent to include a limited number of freeborn warriors in the next intake of cadets. Apparently, however, Sakhan Andrews has contested this order and may attempt to reverse the decision. Indeed, on this journey back to the homeworld, Zalman has defeated 3 challenges to his leadership. Military. Despite their long tradition of martial excellence, many consider the Vipers to be the weakest of the invading clans. Even at full strength, the Viper Toman is 7 clusters smaller than that of Clan Jade Falcon. Much of this can be attributed to the Viper training program, which graduates fewer warriors, and the clan's former insistence on using only trueborns. The Vipers do not favour any combat arm, but make extensive use of conventional infantry in garrison clusters. Frontline forces normally comprise 45 omnimechs and 75 elementals. Viper tactical doctrine places less emphasis on aerospace support, and so only 15 omni-fighters are assigned to each cluster. More fighters are assigned to support Viper naval vessels, a sensible precaution given the clan's on-again, off-again hostilities with clans Jade Falcon and Snow Raven. Allies and enemies. Being neither crusader nor warden, the Vipers have earned a measure of distrust from many other clans on both sides of the political divide. The Vipers' self-serving actions have long since alienated Clan Jade Falcon, and their military conquests during the Golden Century, particularly the conquest of Hellgate, earned them the hatred of Clan Snow Raven. Though the Vipers' ground troops are more than a match for the puny Raven force, the Ravens dominate aerospace and naval warfare, and are consummate political manipulators. Both of these strengths make them a bad enemy. More recently, the Vipers have alienated the Fire Mandrels, a clan with whom they share the world of Marshall. When the Vipers were chosen for Operation Revival, they made sure their neighbours knew that they would prove the worth of Sanra Mercer's visions, and return to rule all the clans. The Mandrels, never on particularly good terms with the Vipers, strenuously objected to such arrogance, and the two clans have nursed a low-level feud for the past 13 years.